Hey everybody. So I don't know if this is going to be at the beginning or at the end of the bit of video clips that I took prior to this. I think the last video I took that I haven't posted or edited yet was the video of what I typically carry with me when I hike. But I want to actually give you guys a bit of an explanation to lack of videos, and I wanted to throw a little bit of a thank you out there because I'm up to 14 subscribers, and to some people that's not really much, but to me that's far more than I expected. Like, I was thinking maybe I'd have like 5 steady subscribers, and or maybe even less than that, maybe like 1 or 2, but I'm getting up to like 15. I mean, we made double digits. I mean, that's already a victory. But I want to keep this rather short, so let me get right to it. I would like to say that I've been too busy to do YouTube videos. I would like to say that, in which, to a degree, that is the truth. Between the weather being, either 90 degrees or, like torrential downpour, I don't have a lot of time to actually go out and do anything. Because I don't want to die of heat stroke, and the camera equipment has waterproofness to it, but I don't really know too many things I can really do in, pouring down rain. So that kind of puts a damper on that. That's been actually taking up a decent amount of time. Another thing that's been taking up a decent amount of time, besides me having to, the typical everyday kind of stuff, taking care of my own yard, taking out the trash, carrying stuff, grocery shopping, the typical everyday stuff that I do. I took on a client for cutting grass, so that's been taking up actually more time than I thought, because it's only one guy, but he wants the grass cut like almost once every single week, which doesn't bother me because, I don't have a steady job, so the money's good. So I don't mind it. But it does seem, it is a lot of, he's really anal about his yard. Like, I care a pretty great deal about my yard, mostly because it's something I see a lot, and I do semi-enjoy the yard work. But, this guy, he really likes his yard, which, like I said, not complaining. It's decent money, so, that's where I was supposed to say a bunch of my time has been going. But another thing is that I have an event coming up that I want to try to get to that I cannot record at. So that'll be something that's coming up this week, which will put a damper on things for you guys. Not really for me. I might actually have fun, maybe. And I've been getting some attention from a female that I talked to for a while, and I really don't know if I want to pursue it, because I don't know if it has any potential whatsoever of being a long-term thing. Although a short-term thing doesn't really sound all that bad. It's been a little bit, but I don't particularly like doing that. But it breaks a couple of rules that I have towards relationships. But I've been kind of been taking up a little bit of time there. Most of it's been, just in passing and transition. So it's not like I've really been, we ain't dating and going out or anything like that. But we see each other and talk on a moderately regular basis. But we've been doing that for a while, and now she's just been kind of like, I don't know what changed, but she's been kind of like showing more interest. And I mean, I don't really know if I'm completely against it. As I said, it breaks a couple of my rules, but rules are meant to be broken. It's been a little while since I had a halfway decent girlfriend, so I might go for it. I mean, and even if it only turns out to be a couple weeks or a month, at least it's better than being alone for another 10,000 years. But besides that, my computer has been really crappy. Like, it's been really acting up, really been a hard time, and with the weather, it's been messing with my router a bit. My power went out 2 or 3 times, so that's been kind of putting a damper on the videos as well. And the editor seems to be messing up too. Now, I'm the editor, but the editor program that I have on my computer, the last video I put up, if you guys took any notice, it's like 6 minutes, and then it cuts to black, and you can only hear me talking. I haven't taken it down yet, because I don't know if I actually have the footage to re-put it up. And I guess it's not that big of a deal, because I'm taking a sabbatical from RuneScape to play the server, the new Pixelmon server, and I don't have time for both. In which, I do have time for both, but I don't want to dedicate all my time to sitting behind a computer. Like, that is like something I said for years. You know, I don't mind playing a game, but I don't want to dedicate, you know, more than 40% of my waking time on a computer. Like, it just, that sounds like a form of torture to me. But that's going to pretty much end this clip. I don't know if I'm going to put it at the beginning or end. I don't really know how I plan to do this, but I wanted to give a bit of an apology, because I don't know if steady uploads will be coming. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I know the rest of this week is pretty much shot, and pretty much every Thursday I'm cutting grass. So, and I do it for 2 houses now, so that's a bit of a job. And actually doing real life stuff, I don't have, like, I have a whole plan, but a lot of the stuff is getting clipped. Like, the battery acid, I don't think it's going to be functional for anything. I don't think it's a high enough concentration and we didn't get enough out of it, which I pretty much expected. But anyways, we'll get to it when we get to it. I want to, thanks for the subscribers. Keep them coming. Throw me some comments. Make it a little bit more interacting. I'd be more motivated to make more content if I had a little bit more actual interaction with the people that are watching my stuff. That'd be kind of cool. And yeah, thank you for the subscribers, and wanted to apologize for the lack of videos as of late. I want to do a fishing video, which is going to have a twist to it, and I want to do a actual hacky sack video now that I'm getting back into the game. But like I said, with the rain and stuff, it being, you know, really hot outside, my body doesn't like it when it's over 80 degrees and sunny. My body gets very tired and very sick. I don't particularly know why. I had sun poisoning a few times from fishing and construction work, so I don't know if that contributes to it. It very well could. It would make sense that it did. But I'm rambling again, and it's time to go. So, thank you guys. I do apologize, and hopefully I can come up with some sort of scheduled plan. Without having a channel dedicated to one specific topic, it's hard to hone in on a regular schedule, because I just kind of go all over the place and do all kinds of stuff. But I like it that way, and I hope you guys do as well. So we'll come up with something. But till then, I'll catch you next time. Good afternoon, everybody. So, doing a bit of a video. Don't really have a... I know what I want to do, but I don't have a particular outline on how to do it. They're still working down at my spot, so to cut through there's a little bit riskier. So, I kind of want to try to buy some time and see if they leave. All while staying in the shade so I don't die of heat stroke. So, I kind of want to do like a what I bring with me when I'm hiking. Now, I want to start off by saying, like, a little disclaimer thing. I'm no professional. I don't, you know, do any survival crap. I wouldn't mind doing it. I think I have enough know-how to probably be okay for, you know, a weekend or something, but I don't have any concrete experience or any training, so take anything I say with a grain of salt, as to most of my videos. But I want to start by, you know, typically when I'm going out on a hike, And most of the time, this hike takes, if I'm not screwing around, probably 2 hours from do the whole loop. And maybe 2.5. I mean, it really kind of depends. And that's kind of just walking right through, no breaks, no screwing around, no poison ivy. Without, like taking the big detour to go see the Eagles or something. Like, if I don't do something like that, maybe 2.5 hours. And that's walking at, my not hungover normal pace. And to get lost down here, I'd have to try. Like, to actually get put into a survival situation where I hike, I would have to, put effort into screwing up. Aside from maybe slipping and breaking my ankle or something, to be in a situation where I'd ever have to use my knowledge or have to wholeheartedly prepare for a, couple night excursion living off the land or something, it's very unlikely where I hike. Like, I would say next to impossible. I don't think anything is actually impossible, but next to impossible. So, what I typically bring with me, as far as some supplies go, well, I'll actually pull everything out and show you, but I got my camera equipment. I usually bring a couple, a protein bar or two, 3 bottles of water, especially on sunny days. Now, as I said before, I could literally do this hike, start to finish, with absolutely nothing. I've done it before. Standard clothes, a pair of shoes, and just start walking. I don't need anything to do this hike. But what I bring with me for comfortability, I guess, or just in case, or convenience, is typically 3 bottles of water, and then some sort of snack. I brought a little more this time than I usually do, but that's because the apples I have are starting to get a little mushy, so it's time to start eating them. And I don't really eat that kind of stuff when I'm at home. I mean, I do sometimes, but it's more of something when I'm out, because, it comes in its own wrapper. It's less litter. I don't know if I mentioned in videos before, I'm not some big tree hugger, kind of person, but I try to do my part at minimizing the impact I have on the wilderness. So if I can do something like, bring a piece of fruit out into the woods, instead of a bag of potato chips, one, it's healthier for me, it's healthy for the environment, so I do that from time to time. So today, I got 3 bottles of water. Sometimes I bring a 6-pack of beer. And I pick it up while I'm out. I don't carry it because it's stupid. I mean, after I pick it up, I carry it for the whole hike. But it slowly gets diminished over the course of, the walk. Now, first off, in a survival situation or any kind of preparedness, alcohol has no real benefit. I mean, when I did the whole homeless thing, drinking any kind of alcohol could be a morale boost. It can help you sleep at night. But really, water is 100 times better in any situation. Water, fruit juice, caffeine and alcohol are diuretics, which means it kind of bleeds some of the water from your system over a period of time of you ingesting it. So, different teas, energy drinks, coffee, alcohol, it'll technically make you more thirsty, even when I was trying to run it through my head of the idea of, how some of the beer I drink are 6% alcohol or 7% alcohol, and I would assume that the other, 90 odd percent is probably water. So I don't know how the level of alcohol has that much of an impact, but I guess it depends on how much it takes to flush it out of your system. Kidneys, I would think, is the organ in which that is processed, but hey, or filtered out. But this is not, I'm getting off topic again, as I do. And, well, so a 6-pack of beer sometimes, not exactly the best choice, but as I said, I'm not a survivalist. I do this for comfortability and enjoyment, or whatever reason somebody says I do this for. I do it because I guess the real reason I come out here is because it's a little better than sitting around my room, you know, playing video games, killing a 30-foot diameter spider with a boat anchor. You know, being out here is a little more realistic. I like to believe. Ah, excuse me. Like, I don't know if I mentioned before, but since I pretty much quit smoking, which, by the way, it's been like, I don't know, I don't try to keep track because it seems like it's harder to keep my mind off of it if I keep a track of it. Makes sense, you know? I think about it more if I'm trying to keep track of how long I haven't done it. But out here, it doesn't really matter how much I think about it because there ain't no way I'm getting smokes out here. I got about a mile hike to go get smokes from here. But, so, I think I had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 cigarettes in the last month and a half. So, and it's usually only when I'm drinking. So I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm trying the cold turkey approach, but when I drink, it's kind of like, you know, sit there and be miserable in a mind funk of, you know, wanting to have that nicotine fix, or just go smoke a cigarette and, you know, get it over with. And, you know, I usually pick the latter if it's available. But anyways, so that's pretty much the basic idea. When I bring my backpack and I'm going out and I have the idea in mind that I might get in some sort of trouble, there might be some sort of issue that I might need to survive, I bring some sort of snack, you know, anything, just an energy bar or two, a couple pieces of fruit, you know, just something to, if I get into a spot, having that little, you know, extra caloric intake can really be another pick-me-up. But not completely necessary in my situation, but anyways. And 3 bottles of water. Hopefully they at least start out cold. This one does. And my camera equipment, which I'll probably go through. I'm thinking about sitting back here and going through it while I wait for the sun to go down a little bit more. But I thought I heard talking back here, so we might be moving on. But until then, I'll catch you in a bit. So this is my backpack. And inside this backpack is all kinds of different stuff. In this side, I have this plastic bag that I don't know where it came from or why it's there. I have dried up handy wipes and paper towels just in case of, well, several reasons. I mean, you take a 2 or 3 hour hike after eating, you never know what kind of emergencies might befall you. So, you know, it's better than leaves in case of emergency. And these being dried up handy wipes, or baby wipes, or whatever you call them, you add a little bit of water to them, like in a stream or something, they have a little bit of soap, so let's say you're eating something that's chocolate coated, like one of those energy bars with chocolate on it, or you're eating an apple and you get some of the apple juice on your hand, then, you know, you have a way to not have to walk the whole way sticky. My wallet, with a little bit of money, some, just in case, tree saw, which is pretty much a piece of crap, but it does, in case of emergencies, and it doesn't take up much room. My hacky sack, never leave home without it. This one was a gift. I don't use this one as often because I like the sand ones better, but I keep it with me just in case if I ever run into anybody that actually plays. My hobo fishing kit, which has a crayon, nail clippers, all kinds of fishing stuff, a balloon, Now, the balloon has several purposes, but right now it serves as a holder for some matches. So I have matches inside there with it tied off, a fish stringer, which can double as a little bit of rope if necessary, 30-pound fishing line, I think that is. It's braided, so it's a lot stronger than it looks. And different odds and ends. Inside the balloon with the matches is a strike strip, because I don't have the strike anywhere matches. But I mean, this is the slightly bigger than a spice bottle, and it holds everything you need for small fishing if completely necessary. I haven't caught anything with it yet, but maybe someday. It's an old Swiss Army knife. I was going to throw it away, but I figured it doesn't take up much room, and until I need the room, I'll throw it in here, because a lot of the stuff on it, like, it bends, like, super easy. Like, here's the corkscrew, right? I used it to try to get a knot out of my shorts, and it just bent like that. It's super cheap, super crummy, but, I mean, it's gonna do better than trying to, smack two rocks together, or, this will peel an apple. This can do small jobs. I mean, it's basically worthless, but it's better than nothing. Some money. It must have fell out of my wallet. Now in this compartment, it's a little bit different. I got my good hacky sack. I started carrying it around pretty much everywhere I go, because I've been getting back into it again. I'm not as good as I was, but I'm getting there. Keys, because I don't like putting them in my shorts pocket when I'm on the bus, or anywhere for that matter, because my athletic shorts, basketball shorts, the pockets, they don't have any buttons or anything, so I don't want to lose anything important. Got this here pretty banging pair of sunglasses. I wear them sometimes, but, like, I can't see without my actual glasses. At least, I mean, I can, but it's to decide between bearing with the sun or bearing with blurry vision. It's kind of a toss-up sometimes. When I'm out in the woods and I'm enjoying nature, I'd rather just wear my glasses so I can actually enjoy it. But when I'm cutting grass or something, I wear these because, you don't really have to, you don't have to have a perfect picture to cut grass, in my opinion. I have my new, multi-tool. I don't know if I did a thing on this or not. I'm probably not going to. But I got this for, like, I think it was less than $3. It was like $3.50 at Walmart. And this thing is actually good. Like, it's built good. It's a mossy oak, so it's got, like, I have no idea why they were selling it so cheap. But I ended up buying both of them. Because I figured if I lose one or anything happens to one, or I find somebody that I ever like enough or likes me enough, it'd make a nice gift. So, I picked them both up. It's actually really nice, really heavy duty. And it would do all the jobs of the next item, but I just never took this out of my backpack for my scrapping time. A pair of wire cutters. This is so if I have to break into anywhere and they have an alarm system. Just kidding. Clip the wires off TVs and vacuums and stuff. I haven't been doing that lately because, well, just honestly, there's not a lot left around here. I usually clean up the stuff from the woods, and I've been everywhere in the woods, so this will probably end up making it back to the toolbox now that I have the multi-tool. And dun dun dun, more money must have fell out of my wallet. And I'll have to clean out my bag sometime. I'll have like $2, be enough for like a beer. Now in the main compartment, I don't really have anything in here. I usually leave it open in case I find anything while I'm out that's worthy of taking back with me. I mean, there are times that, you know, I find old bottles or I'm scrapping metals or something, so the extra space is kind of nice. A lot of times this vacancy is taken up by a 6-pack of beer. But today, it is actually, like I said previous in the intro, 3 bottles of water, 2 appels. This one has a bad spot. This one's getting mushy, so I figured it's time to eat them up. And a singular, I don't know what they consider these. And they all have their own little brand name. I guess they're kind of like a tangerine or I don't know, they're a baby orange. I don't want to call it by their brand name because that's not what it is. It's some sort of orange. And I think the last thing I got is my fishing license here. Which I might have to blur that out because it has my name and stuff on it. I will probably end up cutting that out. And that's pretty much it.